Hello, my name is Catherine Ward, and this is my lesson plan presentation. So just a brief overview of the lesson. In this unit, students are going to focus on explaining the causes, events, and results of the American Revolution, specifically focusing on major battles that occurred and looking at factors that led to American victory and British defeat. Students are going to be using technology throughout this unit to practice being empowered learners, digital citizens, and global collaborators. During this unit, students are going to take notes, demonstrate understanding through online quizzes, create a battle poster in a small group, and present their battle poster to the class. At the end of the unit, students are also going to take a summative assessment to determine understanding and record a flip video to share any additional information that they may have learned and their feelings from the unit. The first tool that students used was Ducksters. Ducksters is an educational website that has loads of different content, articles, and resources. We're going to watch this quick video to show how students access Ducksters and how they were able to locate the content that they needed to complete their assignment.
In order to access the Ducksters website, students will log into our elements, which is
The second tool that students use throughout this unit is Kahoot. Kahoot is a game-based learning platform where students are asked questions in the form of an online quiz. In this unit, students have 2 different Kahoot games to complete to demonstrate their understanding of the content. My students absolutely love Kahoot and get very excited when we mention that they are going to be playing it. This video is going to show the teacher view of Kahoot. The student view is slightly different, but it is going to show you the teacher view and what the questions look like.
the second technology tool that students use in this lesson is Kahoot. Kahoot is a very fun and interactive game for students, and it can be used in a variety of different forms. We're going to take a look at one of the assessments that students will take on Kahoot. The first one is causes of the American Revolution. It looks a little bit different on the student end, so when students log in, they're asked to input a code, which happens when I click start, it'll populate a code, and then when students type it in, it automatically populates the questions for them. You notice the questions are multiple choice. You give them time, about 20 seconds on each question, and then pick the correct shape for the next summary or student guidance against these shapes. When you know the right shapes, the questions, and match your choices, you have to really pay attention to what's happening on this side. So let's get started questions.
The third tool that students use throughout this unit is Microsoft Forms. In this lesson specifically, Microsoft Forms is being used as a summative assessment, so it is given at the end of the unit to determine student understanding. These questions were imported and the students respond on the Microsoft Forms to multiple choice and a constructive response question. The multiple choice questions are automatically graded and the constructive response is allocated a certain number of points and the teacher grades that, and then in the end it gives an overall score for the student.
The third digital tool that students use in this lesson is Microsoft Forms. Microsoft Forms is being used as a summative assessment. We should see Microsoft Forms as online. Teacher ourselves at the very end. We upload those points for constructive response, and then it gives us grades answers. So this is an assessment, something like sentence English. It also has the teacher's questions as well as constructive grades on it. The question is,
And then the final tool that students use throughout this unit is Flip. Flip is formerly known as Flipgrid. This is a video discussion app where students can record responses and learn together. Specifically for this unit and lesson, the Flip video is where students share what they've learned throughout the unit, whether they liked the activities, what was beneficial for them, and then what they would like to change.
the final technology tool that students will use in this lesson is Flip, formerly known as Flipgrid. When students log into Flip, they'll enter the join code for our class. But I am just going to log in. They also click on this 2022-2023 class. They click on your top topic right here, which is all the poster presentations. It tells students if they want to share information that they want to files. In addition, you can add students and sentences style. They can use the and out on the off track. Having too much information as well. They can continue moving on the video. These are the students to share their phones and something they use or they need to add into their assessments that's beneficial and even something that they may change.
So looking at the implementation process, this is a week-long unit plan that addresses the battles of the American Revolution. Students work through the gradual release process, which means that it starts out as an I do, where the teacher guides instruction and demonstrates in her own process, and then a we do, so the students and the teacher are working together, and then a you do, where the teacher steps back and the students are completing independent work, or in this case, working in their small groups on their battle poster. This is conducted in a mini lesson format, so it starts out with a whole group instruction where students are taking notes on a PowerPoint, and then it moves to independent learning and their small groups. Students are working collaboratively in their groups on their battle posters, and then once they finish their posters, they move into those presentations where they become the teachers and teach about the battle based on their research. Independent activities in this unit include the Ducksters quiz, the Kahoot quizzes, their Flip video, and their Microsoft Forms summative assessment. Originally, these battle posters were not part of my lesson plan when developing this unit. I noticed that a lot of my students were getting antsy and they were becoming easily distracted and having a hard time paying attention if I was just standing up there lecturing from a PowerPoint or showing a video. So I discussed with my co-teacher, and we came up with something that was a little bit more creative and interactive for the students, which is how we ended up the battle posters. The battle posters promoted collaboration and creativity and gave students an alternative outlet rather than just sitting and listening. The students took on the role of the teacher, and we stepped back and became facilitators. If others were going to implement this lesson, I would highly suggest allowing plenty of time for the groups to work together on the posters. We gave students plenty of opportunities, such as during morning work as well as during our social studies block, so that they were able to meet the deadline for their assignment. I would also ensure that students are being monitored as they are working to make sure that all students are participating, or there's not just one student doing all of the work. Our students loved this unit and showed mastery in their summative assessments. It is something that I will come back to next year. Some challenges and opportunities. I would have liked some more opportunity to extend learning for those students that were exceeding grade level expectations. We do have a very wide range of abilities in our classroom, so I would have liked the opportunity to add more extensions. This was a fantastic opportunity for students to collaborate with their peers and work together to present information based off of their research. Group work is always going to be challenging. We formed groups based on ability, so all of these groups were differentiated. However, you don't want to have one student doing all of the work or students who are not participating. So facilitation is definitely key throughout the entire process. Time is something that is always going to be a challenge in our classroom because we have students that get pulled twice a week for speech during a social studies block. So their groups started to fall behind slightly because they were missing members and they didn't want to get off track. So that is always something that we need to work on, is time management. This was a great opportunity for students to demonstrate their understanding across multiple modalities. So they had their poster, which was a written and creative opportunity. The poster presentation and Flipgrid video was a way for students to orally demonstrate their understanding. And then they had their Ducksters, Kahoot quizzes, and Microsoft Forms, which is more of a written quiz opportunity for students to demonstrate their understanding. In the end, this was a great unit. Our students enjoyed it, and I will definitely come back to it next year.